Oh my goodness, I had a live stream last Thursday night and it was about queen dilemmas, and I helped you guys kind of understand what to do and how to get through queen issues that you might have. And I didn't get all the questions answered for my live stream. We had over 800 beekeepers join us for our live stream. It's a very large live stream every Thursday night at 7 p.m. I hope you'll join me this coming Thursday night. So we always have a great time. Giveaways. We gave a beautiful copper colored top cover last week. It was just gorgeous. But anyway, I always teach, I answer your questions. So do join me. Going to answer questions that I didn't get to during the live stream. So here we go. These are all pertaining to queen issues. New beekeeper, I made the newbie mistake of dropping the frame while inspection. Not sure if the queen was on that frame. Would she make it back into the hive? Look at all my videos. No, I'd say there's a 5% chance she'd make it back in because she doesn't fly when she's mated well. If it's close by and she wasn't killed, meaning you didn't step on her or the frame didn't crush her, then she might crawl back maybe and get stuck under the hive. I've seen that happen and I've had it happen to me before. So yeah, she's not good at making it back in. Here's the way to do it though. If you drop a frame and you're not sure where the queen is, do an inspection, see if she's in the box. If you don't see her in the hive, then what you want to do is wait an hour, go back out there where you dropped that frame, look very carefully all around the hive for a golf ball or baseball size group of bees on the ground. I've had that happen before and it works flawlessly. What happens is your queen is out there and a bunch of bees will help her. They'll be there feeding her, taking care of her, and you'll see this cluster of bees and you'll be like, oh, that's my queen in there, and you'll have to use your fingers to get the queen out and put her back in the hive. Hey Josie, several frames cap brood, queen seen but no eggs or larvae for a week. Help, okay? You got, no eggs, okay. Wait 10 days and then we're gonna go back and look for eggs because that could be a virgin queen getting ready to lay. In 10 days, if you still don't see any eggs or larvae at all, that queen probably is a problem and you need to replace her by a mated queen, have it shipped to you mated, and introduce her behind candy. Hey Steve, if you have a weak queen but is laying some, can you pinch her and let them requeen themselves safely? Yeah, you could do that, as provided that what she's laying is fertilized eggs. You know, that will work. It takes 30 days though. Had a swarm come in last week. Bees kept swarming. I thought the swarming must have been a mating flight. Finally spotted queen today. Still no eggs, even though when should I expect to see eggs? Well, okay, if it was a mating flight, it's going to take the queen, who knows, but depending on the weather, if she can, take that mating flight, was she successful at taking that mating flight, or did she come back without going too far away because it rained or something? Hard to tell. A lot depends on this. But let's say she came back and she was sufficiently mated. Then what that means now is that you're going to have to wait about a week or 2 weeks before you start noticing eggs and larvae. Hey Kathleen, how long from queen death till new queen lays if they successfully replace her and all goes well? About 25 days, about 30 days roughly. Yep. I moved the old queen to a new hive and left queen cells behind. When should I check old hive and what's the risk of more swarms? There's always a risk for more swarms, especially if you really didn't give them more room or if you didn't make a split or anything and they want to swarm. They'll raise a queen, and once she lays, they'll swarm with her. But you're going to have to wait. Let's see. You move the old queen out and left queen cells behind. So probably for you, another 14 days before you start seeing eggs. Yeah. Hey, David, how long is too long for a hive to raise themselves a queen after going queenless? Not a very big hive, 5 frames, watching from Manitoba, Canada. Okay, how long is too long for a hive to raise themselves a queen after going queenless? Oh, how long is too long? I got so many little bugs going down my throat, I think. Well, I'm going to say 4 days. They're going to have to raise a queen from those eggs. There's no more new eggs. In 4 days, they're going to be almost getting at the age where they're going to be a 2-day-old larvae instead of a 1-day-old larvae. But let's say 4 to 5 days is going to be too long after the last egg was laid for them to raise a queen. Now, they can raise a queen from those eggs, but if they don't choose to raise a queen from those eggs for some reason, then there's no other new eggs coming in. See what I'm saying? So after those eggs turn into at least a 3 or 4 day old larvae, they can't transition it into a queen. Boy, I know what I was thinking. I don't know if I communicated that right. I think I did. Is a larva that the workers choose to make a queen have the cell built around the eggs? Yeah, they do actually. If they find that they need a queen, maybe their queen died, they'll just go to a fertilized egg and start drawing out the wax for the cell. They'll first draw it out a little ways, straight out, and then they'll curve it down, right? Because it's got to be off the wall a little bit. And that's what they do. Now, science does seem to show us that they can move eggs into an emergency cup that's already there. And also we feel at times that it's possible that bees can move eggs around as well. So who knows? I got a lot more questions to answer, but I do want to say, please subscribe. Look at Bobblehead David back here. He's on scene with his subscribe button right here, encouraging you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got over 170,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope you will subscribe. I found 3 queen cells toward the middle of the side of a frame. Does that mean they're replacing my 1-year-old queen? Okay. Yeah, it kind of does in the middle there. Yeah, I think they're probably superseding your queen. Waiting out supersedure cells to see how they hatch. I'm not inspecting for a while, but should I keep adding 1-to-1 for the bees while I wait? 1-to-1 is good if you're having your bees draw out undrawn foundation. If you live in a place where there's a lot of clover, like in the yard back here, or black locust trees, if you got some nectar sources, you don't really have to feed your bees, and don't feed them with supers on, but it doesn't hurt to feed them while they're raising queens. It is good to stay out of it so you don't tear open a queen cell. Yeah. A friend gave me a swarm without a queen. Well, that was nice of them. Thank you. It's like, I got a new car without an engine. Okay. Found a capped swarm cell in my strong colony. So move that frame and another frame of brood workers and resources to the queenless. Is that an okay solution? Yeah, that'll work. They'll raise that queen and all will be good. Your hive could still swarm if it was a swarm cell, if they have other ones, so the other hive. All right, I have a hive that is doing great with varroa mites and making honey, but they just a tad aggressive. I wonder if we truly get VSH bees. Are they bees we would want to keep? I'm not sure what your question means. I'm going to take a stab. If you have varroa sensitive hygienic bees, hopefully the beekeeper that's raising those are also looking for good traits like not aggressive bees, right? And so maybe you have a VSH queen and they're aggressive and that's what you don't like about them. Yeah, I'm not sure. I did talk about this in my live stream last Thursday night, how to deal with this very issue of aggressive bees. That might be something you want to watch, the replay. But I wonder if we truly get VSH bees. It is shown that, I think a lot of people are pretty good at making 20% VSH control like that, maybe a tad bit more, but it's not like 100%. I marked my queen with a blue dot during the second inspection. I saw her in weeks 1 and 2, but haven't seen her since. Should I be concerned? Absolutely. Best way to know if you got her in there, look for eggs. You don't have to see her. Is she laying eggs? Have a queenless hive. Should I take a swarm I caught and put the queen right hive on the bottom? Whoa, let me think about that again. You have a queenless hive, got it. Should I take a swarm that I caught and put the queen right hive on the bottom? Yeah, the queen right hive would already be on the bottom because it's sitting there, right? Newspaper, and then move your swarm into a 10 frame box and let them sit on top with the queen. It's probably going to be working pretty good for you, I think. How small of an operation should you start raising your own queens? 2, 10, 50? I don't know. If you just want to raise a few queens, you can do it with a few hives. But if you want to go big time, you're going to need a lot of hives. If you want to raise, it's all about mating nooks too. You got to have a mating nook for every queen you raise. So that's, it's going to take a lot of bees there. Queen issues here for almost a month. Is it possible to have a virgin queen to come back from a mating flight and not be mated correctly? I found a queen, but I feel as if I've waited long enough. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's possible, especially early in the year. She may take a mating flight, not find good drone congregation out there, or she may not be mated sufficiently, so forth. Yeah, she might have flown out, but like today it started raining and she came back, and it could be possible that she may want to fly again. I would watch 10 days is my limit. I love saying 10 days. Wait 10 days, see if you see eggs. If you don't, probably need to get a new queen in there. Will a honey super on a double deep queen refinishing hive interfere with the rearing of the queen cells? Should I not put a honey super on this hive? A finishing hive with a honey super on is absolutely fine. It's just one more box for you to have to manhandle. So I don't mind it a bit. I often have that configuration on my hives. Should I remove a charged queen cup or a swarm cell? Only if you know that your queen is still there and all is well. I marked my queen for the first time ever. I was so nervous, but I did it. Yay! Good for you. It is nerve-wracking the first time, isn't it? Wow. But I accidentally marked her wings too. Will the hive reject her? Will she be in trouble because her wings have been painted? Not necessarily. Nah, I doubt it. I would say if she's mated, she's not going to take another mating flight. She doesn't need to fly. There's a chance they might think it's strange, that something's wrong with her. Best thing to do, go back in 10 days, inspect her, see if she's operating good. I've purposely painted queens' wings and abdomens for fun to see how it would work, and it worked out well. So I don't think you're going to have a problem. I've seen on other channels where the people clip one of the queen's wings. Would this stop the hive from swarming? And since she isn't the one that decides to swarm, will this send the hive into chaos? No, it's an old practice. They still practice at some places. I used to sell queens that had clipped wings because that's what the customer demanded. I haven't done it for years. It's an old practice that's going away in the US, really. It does prevent swarming a tad bit, but it just means that they swarm, they try to get the queen to go, she can't fly, she falls in the yard. It just doesn't work out. There's better ways to have swarm control than that. Yep. All right. I caught and hived a very large swarm in hive with open drawn comb. Queen is present, but still not laying 2 weeks later. What's going on? You caught a large swarm. Could have been a virgin queen that swarmed, an after swarm with a virgin queen. Let's give her 10 days to mate. If she's not mated in 10 days, off with her head and bring in a new one. John, is there any documented evidence of varroa mites in a queen cell, or is her cycle too quick? Oh no, it's not too quick, and yes, it is not unusual law for the mites to get into that queen cup. I think it's not as common maybe because they manipulate, they manage that, police it maybe, I don't know, but yeah. I've seen it myself, and it does happen. I was in the hive, and there were many charged cells that at least one completely closed swarm cell. I saw the queen, even though swarm cells were closed. Should I have pulled her from the hive? If you know that is your original queen, that means they won't swarm if you can cage her and then take care of those swarm cells. Tear them down, use them somewhere else. Yeah. If you don't know, and maybe that's a virgin queen and they already swarm, you got to leave either the virgin queen in there or those cells in there. For those of you new, a charged cell just means it's a queen cup that has a larvae in it. Did my hive kill my new queen? They killed the original drone layer queen. Oh, did my hive kill my new queen? They killed the original drone layer queen. New queen started laying nicely, Did they kill her because I left too many drones from the previous queen? You could have laying workers in there, pseudo queens, and they could have killed your queen. Probably sounds like what's happening since you have so many drones in there. Pam, I'm a new beekeeper and have a question. Oh, nice that you're a new beekeeper. It excites me to see new beekeepers. I have 2 hives on one. Oh, I have 2 hives. One didn't have eggs or brood on it, about 8 empty queen cells. I put a frame of young larvae and some cap from my other hive. Ideas? I have 2 hives on. One didn't have eggs or brood on it, had about 8 empty queen cells. Okay, that sounds like supersedure, doesn't it? I put a frame of young larvae and some capped from the other hive. Ideas. Well, I think you did the right thing, but yeah, you did the right thing. Wait 10 days, see how she looks. Wow, look at all the problems that beekeepers keep wrestling with when it comes to queens. And I'm glad I'm here for you. I do offer an online queen rearing course to help you guys raise your own queens. You can see how many times beekeepers lose queens, how many times the hive kills their queen, it's missing in action, and it's so hard to buy one and you don't know what genetics you're getting. I think the best thing to do is for all beekeepers to eventually learn to raise their own queens. And you should take my online beekeeping course on how to raise your own queens. Got a little booklet that Dr. John Zvishlak and I wrote on raising quality queens as well, available. We have a lot of options to help you guys out. I'm working hard for you to help you with these kind of issues, and knowing how to raise your own queens is a great way to do it. Now, if you want to watch the live stream where I answered a whole bunch of other questions about queens and how to deal with queen dilemmas, watch this live stream, the replay right here. I'll see you guys over there.